Okay, I'm Barbara, and we're back with Let's Party, a scrapbooking workshop by Close to My Heart. We're going to do pages 3 and 4. If you missed pages 1 and 2, they're on my YouTube channel. You can look under Let's Party. And first thing we're going to do is put some Stickles glitter gel on. I'm using Nebula. The directions for this actually say to use, I believe it's called Aquarius, which is a blue one. But I didn't have that, and so we're going with what I have. So in 3 different spots there, I added that on the white cardstock. And then I'm doing page 2 now. And that's going to be on the right-hand side, I believe. Just a bit, yep. Only one little blotch of that. Now do it thin. Do it thin because it is going to make your paper buckle no matter what. So try to keep it as thin as possible. And next up, we're going to add the big banner paper. And that's going to go flush with the right-hand side there. And for those of you who have not been to my channel before, I do lots of different videos, but this is one that I do especially for my customers so that they can see how these workshops are put together. And I try to do different things with them. This particular layout, though, I think is pretty cute as is, so I'm going to just follow Close to My Heart's directions. And so I just kind of talk you through it and then tell you if I do any changes and hopefully give you some tips along the way. So let's put these different circles. These are punch-out circles from the workshop, so you didn't have to actually cut these. And I put mine a little close together. I think if I was to do it again, I might go a little bit more, a 1/4 inch from the bottom and the top. I kind of went about a 1/2 inch. So mine are a little bit closer together. So I would spread yours out if you want to do this. Right now you're looking at the page upside down, by the way. I turn it to fit what I need to do on it. But put those down, and I forgot to tell you, put that strip down. Hopefully you were watching that as you do it. And this is speeded up anyway, so I know that you're not going to be going exactly the way I'm going here. This is just to give you some ideas, some inspiration, and, you can always pause the video if you are doing it with me. Next up, we're going to put on this huge mat. We got the green mat first, and then the one that's I believe this is a punch-out mat, I think, or did we cut it? I can't remember now. But that's going to go right in the middle, and it is, let's see, a 1/2 inch from the edges of the green mat. And I started to put it on wrong, and then I realized, oops, it's not what the measurement I thought, but it is a 1/2 inch from the edge. And then this one is going to be 7/8 inch from the edge of the polka dot paper. And this is we're doing another birthday from my son Sam. I have 3 children, but this will be another one of his birthdays, and I have not looked up the date on it. I usually do that when I do the journaling on it. So I feel sorry for Sam because the background in our kitchen was never very attractive. So a lot of his pictures were taken in there in these kind of browns and golds and stuff, and it just doesn't look really good. I just recently took a camera class, and I'm hoping that I'm going to be a little bit better photographer now. I understand how to change the colors and make them a little more true when I'm actually taking the pictures. So we'll try that out. So this is going to go 2.5 inches down from the top, and then 2.25 inches from the left-hand side is where I put all of that. And then now adding the Celebrating You banner. And I pulled it down just a touch because it was starting to cover the cake that Sam is blowing the candles on right there. And then now we've got, this is another one of the punch outs that you get with Close to My Heart, is workshops. They make it so easy for you. And then this is a little acrylic piece. I'm just going to put some good strong glue on because anything heavy you want to add a little bit better glue. And then there is like a confetti heart on here. Took me a minute to find. And that's going to go to the left-hand side. And then we're looking for a little star, and I think it's kind of pinkish in the middle. And that goes right there. All right, and down on the celebrating part, you're going to put your little hat together. It's 2 acrylic pieces. I just do them, I glue them all at once together. Just seems easier that way, especially because, you know, the outside outline is pretty thin. So I just kind of do it all in one big hunk. And now I am looking for this little border strip that's going to go under the Celebrating You. And I started to put the banners on, you know, ahead of time. It didn't really work because when I put it down, they kind of shifted. So do it any way that works for you. But they are actually kind of supposed to be behind that banner. And when I put it down, they had kind of shifted. So I pulled it all back up, moved them over a little bit. And now they are going to go slightly over my journaling later, so I will lift it up one more time. So you might want to put your journaling strips down first, or you might have thinner journaling strips than I had because I picked the fatter ones there. So there's 2 hearts. It's going to be a polka dot heart and a yellow heart, and those are going to go up in that blank space where there's none of the stickles. And then I'm pulling out I use the journaling adhesive strips. I like that much better because they're stickers, and I cut them to the length that I want instead of using the journaling strips that you cut for the workshop. I just love these much better. They're smoother, easier to write on, and don't get those rough edges from your trimmer and stuff. So I'm putting them down. I decided, oops, I'm going to have to put that banner over it. And so I just lifted it slightly and got that down. And once I look up the date, I will fill in those journaling strips. They'll be done by the end of the second page, promise. On to page 2, we've already done our stickles on the lower right, and it has dried for at least a good hour, maybe more. And now we're going to put on that banner paper. And mine got really, really wrinkled because I accidentally ran over it with my chair because I sometimes have my papers down on the floor because I don't only have so much room in my apartment. So I really put a ton of glue where the wrinkles were, and that helped keep it down. Now, do not do what I'm doing right now, which is putting that that blue strip down. I suddenly realized, whoops, the confetti paper goes first. So get your confetti paper down, and then you can put that strip down. But yeah, even if you have wrinkled paper, you can make it work. And so you could barely tell on my page that my paper was wrinkled there because I glued it down really good. All right, get stripped down now. And this was a little bit, it's off to the side. So, you know, you think like you need to center it, but actually what we talked about in the last video about movement really works with this, because if that was exactly in the middle, this big mat, it doesn't add movement to the page. And on the last video, I talked about movement where I tilted the photos to add some movement because it was kind of a static page. This one doesn't need that because these banners draw your line, draw your eye across the page. So this one didn't need for me to tilt. That would have made it even busier because there's some busy paper behind here. And so the banners draw your eye across the page. So I just left the photos straight up and down on this one. Now you're going to want to dovetail your 2 big polka dot pieces. Those are going to go down next. By the way, that green piece was 1.5 inches from the left and 2.5 inches from the bottom. That is all on the directions that I will put in the comments or the whatever you call it below description. And now I'm putting on these big pennants. And it didn't look right at first, so I stopped the video for a second to make sure I was measuring right, and I was. So it's actually, the pennant is 2.5 inches from the left-hand side. I've got the page upside down there to do this easier, and it is 2 inches down from the top. So once I figured that out, it was easy to pop that down. And then in between them, it's 1 3/4 inches, but it's still 2 inches down from the top. Remember, this page is upside down right now. So I will be flipping that over in a second. There we go. And now it's time to put the mats on. And I did find out that this was from 2015, which made this my son's 18th birthday hard to believe. He is now 26, but they grow so fast, don't they? I think it's harder actually to be a parent now that they're out of the house because I have no control over them. But back then, they were all still in the house, and that was nice. So there we go. Oh, a lot of glare on that picture. Sorry about that. Those pictures are going to go on there 3/8 of an inch from the bottom of the green, 3/8 of an inch from the side of the green. And then we're just going to add these little embellishments. You got the punch out, the red circle there, the little starburst, the black starburst. Now I'm putting on the little gold sticker that's a starburst. And then the two stars, the larger blue star and the smaller one. Now we're going to put this together. Now normally I put these all together, but because there's so many little pieces on this acrylic, I'm going to put the frame down first and then fill the frame with some glue. And then put each of these little 4 pieces that go inside of the present down. And they do fit like puzzle pieces. So just that's all you have to do is make sure that they're fitting in there like puzzle pieces. Really, really simple. And it's a cool look. I had a customer last weekend who had never seen these acrylic pieces before. And she says, what do you do with them? So you put them on your pages. But that's only if you're not a flat scrapbooker. If you like it flat, then just skip them. Use stickers instead. There's going to be lots of leftover stickers for this because it's a big page of stickers. So there we go. We got the star sticker, the little starburst sticker, and the black, and we're all done.